Hi everyone. So today we just want to do a quick on-page SEO audit. I've heard a lot of people talk about how to do these, what to look for. So just want to run through something really quick. I actually picked someone from Portland, Oregon. This is a contractor, so I just typed in Portland, Oregon construction and then came across their page. Just want to see what they kind of rank for and how they're doing. So what we'll do is we'll start from the top and we'll just work our way down. So the first thing that I noticed is like this design kind of looks like a blogger page. It looks more kind of the early 2000s. It could definitely use a revamp and kind of a better design here, but that's more design style. So let's talk about SEO. The first thing that I like really hate is there's not really any H1s. There's no headers on this. You can see when you go through the content. And how I kind of look at that really quickly is I like to use this Ahrefs plugin here, and it gives you all of the headers from the page. And when you look here, everything is H1, but these are all kind of menu tabs and everything like that. So they don't have anything related to their website, anything related to their business, which is definitely not good for SEO. Google has no idea what they're really looking at. And on top of that, user experience, it's really hard to go through these huge chunks of text. So we'd really want to maybe put something in here and an H1 as in contractor in Portland, Oregon, especially since this website's not performing very well. It was on like the third page of Google. So we definitely want to be kind of over the top with what we're looking at when we're doing our headers and everything. So that's the first thing. Another thing I saw here was that they have a call now button, which is great, but it's not linkable. I can't click on it or anything like that. Big logo here really takes up a lot of the space of the website. I'd really like to see it much smaller. Start just down here with the content. So getting onto the content, once again, there's no headers, nothing really breaking up this content, telling Google what's going out. It does do a pretty good job when it describes the company here, right? This information and text that they do have, it's pretty good. The one thing I do see though is they don't have any really internal links here. That goes in with internal linking back to other service pages, even about us page, right? Now with the Google Helpful Content update, having these trust kind of signals, especially on about us pages, is really good. Now we have some names here, which would have been great to see that kind of linked to the author page or the about us page. And so we can get more of those trust signals. Another thing is when we are looking for this kind of the keywords that we'd want to be targeting, Portland, really it shows up one time, says 7, but most of these are recent blog pages, right? So there's not really too much going on. This looks more just like a letter when we actually look at the text here, not a whole bunch of description, nowhere to click, nowhere for people to go. It's really hard to find the information that they will be looking for in terms of services or anything like that unless they come up here. But we really want to see that on the homepage so people can navigate fairly easily. Big bold headers, photos, and stuff like that. Once again, no photos. We have these photos at the top. These are all stock images. And let's see if we click on this. This looks like a stock image. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Happy workers testimonials. Once again, there's no really um, not really using that alt text or the file name there. Oh well. When we look for other things that we might contractor, once again, 5 times, but only 1 time in the body of the text. We have recent blog posts here going on, so that's not a good one either. And then construction, another kind of keyword that we'd be looking for. They do have this a few more times, but as we can see, it's the name of it's the Paul Cottle construction. So they're really only using it for that. So not really much going on. Once again, this just looks like a letter. It is good that they have their CCV number here. That gives some trust. It's really good to see. Once we get down to the footer, they have a couple of links, home, about us, blog, contact, and a few more trust signals here. They got their Angie list, right? So they're saying that they won some awards. These are a little bit outdated. The last one was 2018, so would like to see that updated. Once again, we don't have this linked. There's no phone number. I can't click on that, especially if I'm using mobile, right? I would want to click on that instantly if possible. And there's no email going on here, so that makes it pretty difficult to contact you. The next thing is if we do, let's take a look at their About Us page, see if kind of the similar things going on. So at least there is a picture of the. I'm assuming this is Paul. We have one internal link, but that just goes back to the home page. I would really like to see this this About Us page built out. Maybe better photos of Paul here, giving those signals, and then maybe some links to his social media accounts, LinkedIn or anything like that. They do have them up here, and which is good. It looks like they're sort of active on Facebook, 22nd June, 29th of June. That's pretty good. So still 3-4 months old, but at least there's some sort of activity going on there. So really would like to see more about us, more photos, smiling pictures, and then maybe your team if you have some, or just other examples of you working, which would have been really good. Here's those social signals we're talking about, and then we got request a bid. Let's check out this page here. Does bring us to a contact form, which is pretty simple. This would have been a good photo to have maybe on your About Us page. We would have been able to see that who you are, what you're doing, and a better kind of signal there, especially for users that want to get to know who's going to be doing their work, who will be showing up their house to do a bid and stuff like that. Let's go back to the home page and check out a blog, see how these are doing. So no text, nothing at all here, just a YouTube video. And when we look at this, we go to their YouTube channel. It looks like they had possibly somebody working on their SEO before, trying to drive some traffic through videos. These are all stock videos here, just very simple images, a carousel of images, and a little bit of text and some music over the top. So not a lot going on there. When we do look at the mobile or the page speed here, this is decent, 70s, 60 for this. We would like to see some better images quality here, right? We'd want to fix that up, and that's a pretty easy fix, especially since we're going to want to be renaming these images as well. We could submit those. We could post those back onto the website and really compress their size and make sure they're smaller and they're served in that next gen format. So you do have, I mean, the menu here is well built out. They have quite a lot of things. Almost too many. I think it would be maybe better to just group a lot of these things into the service pages, right? You got restoration, remodel, windows and doors. Some of these could probably be grouped up, make this a little bit cleaner. And then once again, when we do actually click on these service pages, there's just not a lot going on here. One stock image, just a little bit of text. It looks like maybe this website just wasn't finished when they were building it out. So not really performing very well, not much going on. I'd really like to see some more headers, especially on this first page. I think just having a few headers would really improve the on page and the being recognized by Google and everything. So I would definitely get rid of this design as well. I think overall, just the website really needs a rehaul. At least a little bit more texture on this windows and doors service page, but once again, no internal links pointing you in any sort of direction. So for Google to crawl your website, it's pretty difficult, and then for usability, it's not great. So once again, we have another image. Let's see what this is called. Window diagram. So just not very descriptive text, and that really shows with the traffic. 26 overall organic monthly traffic. They're assuming this is another reason I think they were working with some sort of SEO before. It looks like they just built a bunch of backlinks, 2,900 backlinks, but domain authority is still really low. So not a whole lot of quality backlinks there probably. They did have a spike in April, and we're kind of building up traffic, but that could have been because of the backlinks or a few other things, right? It's not really, I would assume that it's not to do with the content because it's just not high quality content. So as a quick just overview, SEO overview on page of their website, Paul has a lot to do, but it's not that hard of a fix. I think just really getting those headers, renaming those images, a new design would go a long way, but not necessarily important with SEO, right? If you build out that content and use the headers, I think you would be more than fine. Especially on those blog pages, we'd want to see more content describing what's going on and getting some headers and titles on there. And then finally, building out the About page, especially with the helpful content update that just came out, where they want to see all of those trust signals and who you are and make sure you are a real person. So that's just a quick overview. Hopefully that helped. I plan on doing some more of these in the future. So let me know if you have any websites you would like me to review, and I'll see you in the next one.